Welcome to the Pharmacy Frontiers podcast, a podcast dedicated to the pharmacy profession. Daniel Good and Tim Mitchell are your co-hosts today, and we're excited to bring you the latest from the frontiers of pharmacy practice. Let me remind our listeners that the Pharmacy Frontiers podcast is available for streaming on your favorite podcast streaming app, whether it be Apple, Podbean, Spotify, or YouTube. Be sure to bookmark and like our podcast to get notifications on the latest release. The comments and opinions shared today are those of our hosts, our guests, and not official statements of the Missouri Pharmacy Association, Mercy, nor Mitchell Pharmacy. Now let's introduce our guest. Tim and I are excited to welcome two special guests today. Many of you will recognize them, Tabitha Peterson and Tara Peterson. Tabitha is a practicing pharmacist and Tara is a practicing dentist, and they're both 2- and 3-time Olympians and world-class athletes. And so we're excited to have you guys join our podcast today.
Yay.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for the invite. It'll be fun.
Well, congratulations on being world-class athletes and representing the United States most recently at the Olympics. We certainly appreciate having not just your skill set out there, but helping promote the professions of dentistry and pharmacy. What a great combination that is for us.
Yeah, we had a great time out in Italy, and luckily we got time off from our bosses to do it, right?
To pursue our other job.
There you go. There you go.
So tell us about that. Bring us back to pharmacy school and dental school. You guys are like 3-time national champions. How did you work your way through college and all that while competing at such a high level? How does that come to be?
I ask myself that question all the time.
Good time management skills.
Yeah, I juggled still competing in curling and pharmacy school for all 4 years. And yeah, it was just a lot of like planning ahead, and before each semester started, talking to my professors and kind of explaining my situation and what my goals were and everything like that, because I wasn't an Olympian quite yet. So I was kind of like, this is what I'm aspiring to be. And yeah, just kind of getting their approval and making up tests and all that. So it was a lot, but it all worked out clearly.
Which pharmacy school was that was accommodating to you?
I went to the University of Minnesota. Yeah.
Very good.
Did anybody ever try to talk you out of going to pharmacy school? I mean, they say, well, you're busy and you've got all these things going on and you've got all this stuff going for you. So why don't you focus on your Olympics or, the sport or whatever? I mean, I don't know, how.
I think it was probably more the opposite. At least Tara and my mindset is just like, curling will always be there. Like, go get your degree, go get your education. And so Tara, for example, she did dental school and took time off from curling and then came back to curling. So
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So with obviously dentistry is a bit different than pharmacy, and we need to hands-on learn how to do it.
Right.
So I was weird, right? You don't want a dentist working in your mouth who's never worked in a mouth.
Been in a mouth.
So I did have to take some time away. So my first 2 years of dental school, I was able to keep competing because it was all book work. And like Tab said, you get permission from professors, take tests later, earlier, whatnot. And then once it became you're in the clinic, I had to make the decision. And I had sat down with the dean of the dental school, I think my first year, and he said, I this is awesome, I support you, but you're probably gonna have to make a decision. So just heads up. And so I did. So it took 2 years away from curling, and then got back into it after the 2018 Olympics and said I want to be on that next Olympic team. And so then
that's amazing. So looking at that, and that's really what I was looking at. I was curious where both of you were, and that makes total sense. I was kind of curious if someone said, well, you should give up curling so that you can focus on your profession. I can see it either way, but you guys have accomplished something that not everybody can accomplish. I mean, like what you said, Tabitha, managing those skills is an art. And, I think pharmacy students these days probably don't have to deal with the Olympics or be an athlete at the same time, but they've got families or they've got other things that they families as well. So and it's just amazing the feat that you've accomplished. Go ahead, Daniel. Were you going to ask him something? I'm sorry.
Well, are you guys in the same town? How do you get together to even practice? Are you living in the same town and practicing in the same town then?
Yeah,
Okay,
we live together. We don't live together. We live like 15 minutes away from each other in the same city. So yes, we can on the daily like practice together, train together, which we do, which is amazing. So and it's always been that way. Like we both grew up in Minnesota and we both went to college in Minnesota and just stayed.
Yeah.
So
is it still cold up there today?
I'm actually in Toronto.
Yeah.
You're in Toronto.
The temperature, it's 32 degrees here. It's kind of cold today.
Chilly. Yeah, it's 59 here. So
I'm quite jealous.
Tell us more about the training. We all think, I'll just go out on the ice and throw stones back and forth. But I assume just like in dentistry and in pharmacy, there's more to it, right? You have the cognitive component, you have the weightlifting component, you have the strategy component. So tell us a little bit more about how you guys weave that in. It's more than just time on the ice. How's that training schedule fit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're exactly right. Go ahead, Tara.
Yeah, I just finished a workout with our trainer. So we have a trainer through USA Curling. TCO, Twin Cities Orthopedics, is actually who kind of sponsors us to give us the trainer. And Mike, he is fantastic. He kicks our butts as often as we want to show up. So there's that physical aspect of it, which is a lot of weightlifting. I mean, it's people ask, what muscles do you need the most in curling? And honestly, it's all of them. It's full body. You need upper body strength for sweeping. You need lower body for also sweeping, but the delivery when you're throwing the stone, you're in a one-legged lunge for a long period of time. And then there's the cardio aspect of it as well. Like our games are 3 hours long. So it's kind of constant, and when you're sweeping, you're going hard for 30 seconds and then off for 30 seconds. So there's that interval and getting your heart rate up and down. And then, like you said, there's the mental aspect of it. We have a sports psychologist who we do work with. We have a nutritionist to make sure we're fueling our body for these long periods of time. Then Tab can talk about kind of the strategy and how we prep for that. Because you're right, there's just constant. It's not just one thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do a decent amount of like film review for two purposes. Like we watch other games, like other teams that we want to learn what they're doing. We'll watch their films, or we watch ourselves. Like a lot of times it's kind of like one of the sports psych things that they want us to do, because we're mic'd up and kind of just listen for things of verbal and nonverbal communication, and just kind of see how the team kind of communicates and responds to certain scenarios. And then, yes, it's a team sport. So like Tara and we have two other teammates and a coach. And so we have a lot of meetings, like weekly or bi-weekly meetings of talking like logistics too. We plan our whole season out ourselves as our team to kind of when we want to peak at certain moments, and kind of building our schedule and our training plan off of that. So yeah, there's a lot of components. So there's a lot of things that take our time up.
You mentioned that term peak, right? And I think of like swimmers and runners, right? They do intensive training, and then they kind of do that recovery period, that 1 week before the actual event. Is that what you mean by getting to a peak so that you have the right kind of reserve?
Yes, but since we're not super, like, I don't know what you call it, like a sprint sport, it's more like having all the pieces come together at the right time. Like you want to be playing your best and win at the Olympic trials, for example, because there's so many components, and especially if like there's team changes, you learn what a new teammate needs and all these things. So just making sure that, everyone's kind of doing what they said they would do, or what we set out to do, so that we have the best chance to like perform our best at the right time in the competitions that have like the most pressure.
So I want to tell you guys, during the Olympics, my wife and I, and a bunch of other pharmacists were in Florida at the NCPA multi-locations conference. And you guys were like the focus of a lot of things. When people had some downtime, we were watching the TV. We were like, she's a
Cool.
pharmacist, she's a dentist. These guys are so cool. So
I love that.
yeah, and honestly, we were, it was just rallying, and they were screaming, yeah, USA, that type of thing. And I'm sure nothing compared to what it was like being there, but we really had a good time watching you, and you inspired a lot of people. I assume, are you guys planning on the next Olympics? And tell us what I assume you are, since you're still training. So tell us what the next steps are for you guys. You okay?
I have a cold right now, so I apologize.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tara.
We can hook you up with some good drugs.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I'll prescribe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's nice right now is, I mean, it's a kind of a 4-year commitment that you do, because the next Olympics is in 4 years. So we're still coming off the high of the last Olympics and all the time, effort, commitment that we put in, that right now it's kind of like the adjustment period of, okay, what do I do now? USA curling in itself is going to make some changes. Like our main national coach, he's retiring, so they're just hiring new people. So there's just a whole lot of unknowns right now. So well, I don't know, is the long story short.
Right.
It's a big time commitment, but also like having the time to reflect. In this last month, I haven't been curling, and I'm like, okay, I needed a break, and now I'm like, well, now I miss it, I need it. So I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard decision. So we're making no decisions as of now.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
So is that a team
both-
decision then? I'm sorry, Tabitha. Oh. So
She's
Tara,
not- I'll answer that.
Yeah, is that a
Kind
team
of.
decision, Tara, or is that individuals decide that they move forward?
Little bit of both. Kind of each team member plays a huge role in the team. So it's kind of like, okay, if one person is out, the team is going to change in a drastic way. So we might never be quite as good if we don't have this person or whatnot. Or you bring in someone new and you got 4 years to train them. So yes and no. Like what happened after Beijing, 2 of our girls did retire, and so we did kind of have to start new, and it ended up working out okay.
That's interesting.
Well, it's got to be cool to be on the team with your sister, though, right? That's like a natural built-in communication system, right? To make things much more successful, I would hope.
So tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about your families. I know you guys both announced at the beginning, before we started recording, that you're both new moms. Tell us, if you want to, Tara, do you want to go ahead? But they're still recovering from her cough.
Yeah, she's still recovering here. I'll take one.
I have a little tickle. It might happen again.
Yeah.
I have a 1.5-year-old baby boy. I guess he's not a baby anymore. He is a full-blown toddler.
Yeah.
So that was also one of our challenges as a team, was us navigating getting to the Olympics while having a baby and bringing the babies, and it was just another factor to throw in, juggling our job, juggling curling, and then being a mom. So it's been awesome. It's been rewarding, and it just further makes you manage your time a little bit better. And I think it's made us better athletes. I think it's made us better professionals, just because you have that different aspect of your life now that it puts everything into perspective.
Absolutely. Tabitha?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think the cool thing is that we both had babies within 3 months of each other. So my daughter is, what is she, 16 months now? So yeah, so we had and we get to raise them together, and they're so close in age. So that's been super, super fun. And lucky for me, Tara went first, so I got to ask her all my questions of
How's
what
this
do you
gonna work?
do exactly. But on the flip side, to kind of have maternity leave and go through all that at similar times was pretty hard on our curling team,
I'm sure.
because one of us or both of us were out, so we had to bring in spares and subs, and so it was kind of a lot juggling 2 years ago when all that happened. But like Tara said, it's been the best thing, and we were both lucky enough that we were able to bring the babies and our families to Cortina, to the Olympics, and that was just the best feeling, like being out there playing in the Olympics, and then you just get to look up into the stands and take a second, and just you get to see your baby up there. Like, it was
That
just
was
the
amazing.
best, absolute
Inspiring.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Someday those little ones may be curlers as well. You never know, right?
exactly.
How young can you be and be a curler? Just how? I mean, that stone is a little heavy, right? Do they have youth size stones?
They do have little rocks so our normal rocks are 42 pounds. I want to say a little rock is maybe 20 pounds, and then they can maybe throw it halfway. So there's adaptations for the very little ones. I don't think they really let them start until at least like 6-ish.
Okay.
Well, I know there's not a lot of curling that goes on in Missouri, but you guys really inspired me to want to learn it. And I told my wife, I said, I have no idea where curling is, but I just want to go check it out. I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
We've taken up a little pickleball and some other things. I said, this could be another one of those things that we, I will never be an Olympic athlete, but I, just understanding it more, I'm really looking forward to the next Olympics actually. So it'll be exciting. So.
Well, back on that front, Google it. Like there are curling clubs all over the country.
Really?
They might not have dedicated ice, like they might be in a hockey arena, and so they only have curling on Sundays. But they do have learn to curls, and like every curling club takes that opportunity during the Olympics because there's that boom. Like you said, you want to learn it, you want to try it.
Sure.
So literally Google curling clubs near me, and you'll find one. And I guarantee they have some learn to curls coming up. If not now, maybe in the fall because kind of curling season's wrapping up now that summer is coming, but
that's what I was actually going to ask
closer
you.
to you than you think.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to ask. So there is a season for curling, I assume in the winter time, since that's the typical what we're talking about here. So it starts in the fall and ends in the spring or in the after the beginning of the year or something. So
Usually.
Well, you have to have time to golf during the summer, right?
That's right.
Well, correct.
So how's the golfing
curling in the winter,
area?
golf in the summer?
Yeah, how's the golfing in Minnesota? Do you have some nice golf courses there?
Yes, not open yet. Again, remember it's 32 degrees out. They were hoping our course would open this weekend. I don't think so. But hopefully soon we'll get out there. But yeah, we both spend a lot of time golfing. It's a great pastime, and like you said, I need a break from curling, so to be able to spend it on the golf course is actually a good way to hone in on my mental skills because golf is a huge mental game as well, just as curling is.
Yeah, that's actually what I was getting ready to ask. I assume you probably played golf maybe at the same time. And so do you use that mental, some of the psychological aspects of the curling to help you in your golf game, I guess. So, yeah, cool. So, Daniel, got any follow-ups?
I did ask this: the golf swing doesn't mess up your curling, sweeping, or anything. Like for baseball and golf, they told my son for baseball, you're not allowed to golf for these 3 months, right? Because it's going to mess up your baseball swing. So I different muscle groups and whatnot.
Yeah, no, but luckily
we haven't found that.
I remember when I was younger, they used to say, "Don't lift weights during basketball season." I'm like, well, I'm already terrible. I'm already terrible as a basketball player anyhow, but I can lift weights, so I'm going to do it. So.
Yeah, I don't think they allow that anymore. Now they say lift weights.
Yeah. Want to be strong. So yeah.
So give us a little bit of the connection then. We talked a little about the next generation of pharmacies coming up, and obviously. Pharmacy, we're having a shortage of pharmacists. I'm not certain about dentists, or we run out of dentists as well. What kind of advice do you have for that next generation that's coming up? And is there a connection between athleticism and the professions?
I do think at least for us growing up, our parents got us involved in lots and lots of sports. And I do think it does teaches young kids a lot of other life skills, whether it's teamwork, collaboration, determination. There's so many good things that can come from getting involved in sport. And, lucky for us, we kind of just picked one and got good at it and kind of took it from there. But yeah, I think there's a lot of those same skills that go into succeeding in a career that you want to do. So I do think there are a lot of parallels, and yeah, you can do both if you're really determined and you are passionate about a couple things. Just give it a shot and see what people say. And most of the time people are very supportive is what I found. So.
Well, I think that's very inspiring. Go ahead, Tara. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say along those lines, we kind of talked about like you manage your time better. And I think when I did apply to dental school or when I got in or whatnot, the dean was like, I know that athletes make really good professionals because you've had to work hard and do all this to be successful in this part. So I know that you will use that same drive, that same dedication to be successful in this part as well. So I do think that there's a lot of good things to come of both.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, looking into the future, and this is a pharmacy podcast, so and I'm sorry, I don't know a lot about dentistry, but looking into the future of pharmacy, Tabitha, do you continue to think about where you're going to go with your pharmacy career? Because eventually, I don't know, you may be able to curl for a long time, but and again, I don't know really where I'm going with this, but do you feel like the pharmacy profession is something that inspires you to continue to stay involved with and move forward and make your career, take the next career step in that? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I always knew that I wanted to do something in healthcare.
Yeah.
Just like helping people is what drives me, I guess. And yeah, I think that's kind of what gets me out of bed every day is like I get to go to work and I have a great team of people that I work with, so that's amazing too. But we all work together to help these patients, right? And they always say that pharmacists are like the most easily accessible professional health care provider. Like you can just walk up to a pharmacy and talk to a pharmacist. You can't go to
That's
a
right.
doctor's office and just talk to a doctor like instantly. So having that face and expertise and that availability to just help people, I think is so important. And I'm happy to be a part of it. And yeah, we'll see where curling takes me in the future, but I'll definitely stay involved in pharmacy for sure for quite a few more years.
Absolutely. And Tara, what are you thinking of your career moving down the road as well? You want to touch on that?
Yeah. Again, what's always been nice about me and being a dentist is most people in dentistry do not work 5 days a week. It's hard on the body. So again, with curling, I've been fortunate that I only work 3 days a week. So it's very easy to continue that. Just because then I have the flexibility to pursue other things. If it's not curling, just it's golf or just having time with my child, things like that. So I'm very fortunate in that sense. And yeah, I really, like Tab said, I like the people aspect of dentistry. There's just so many good things to come of working with people, with a team. I like you mentioned, I'm not sure if there is a shortage of dentists. I think just maybe in like rural areas.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about that. But it's been a fantastic profession for me. And like Tab said, we always knew we'd do something in healthcare. I always joke that we were brainwashed into healthcare because our dad is a dentist and mom is a hygienist. And then our brother is a CRNA. So we all are healthcare. So sitting at the dinner table, and then Tab's husband's a nurse and my husband's an electrical engineer in company. So literally sitting at the dinner table, it's like you're getting a CE something because we're all talking about something. It's pretty funny. And then like we'll go off in the dental and Tab will try to chime in. Like, I know that tooth number. I was like, yeah. Can I just ask you drug questions? Which I do. I ask her about drug questions all the time. Like if I have a complicated patient,
Yeah.
I know I could call a pharmacy, but like you guys are so busy, like I'm gonna sit on hold for a while. You don't have time for me. So I'll just text her and she'll answer all these questions. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, you got your own lexicon right there, man.
Yeah.
She's all over it.
It's very helpful. And then even one of my colleagues will be like, hey, can you text your sister about this drug and this drug? Well, I'm like, I got you.
Yeah. Happen in my store as well. I've got physician friends and dentist friends that are, can you, like the other day, one of my dentist friends texted me and said, hey, is there any way you can get, I don't know, I think it was like chlorhexidine or something that's not got alcohol in it or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know. Let me double check. So yeah, all kinds of interesting things come out of those little text messages. So, and I won't lie, Tara, one of my biggest fears is going to the dentist.
No,
It's so
we're so
hard.
nice.
I have friends that are and they don't harass me. They're super nice about it, but I don't know what my problem is. I'm just a big baby, I guess.
You're not alone. So many people have fears of the dentist, and oftentimes it's PTSD from a childhood dentist. I'm like, I don't know who this guy was, but he sounds really scary. I'm sorry you had that guy. But no, you're not alone.
Yeah. I never had any trauma. In fact, I had perfect teeth as a child. So there's just something about fearing what's going to happen to me, So, sorry.
Well, thanks.
Sorry, I don't take it personally. We can't, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this profession, because there's a lot of people like you. You're not alone.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, thank you for sharing something unique about yourself. Tabitha, Tara, tell us something unique that most listeners or most Olympic fans may not even know about you. Is there anything unique or something fun you'd like to share with us about your own self?
Growing up, our mother made us memorize a lot of things.
That's what I was going to say.
A few of, I'll start naming a few of them. She made us memorize the alphabet backwards. That's not that special.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And then we know all the presidents in order that they served.
That's good. That's good. Nothing wrong with that.
The rock hardness scale.
Yeah,
wow.
The helping verbs. All the helping
23
verbs.
helping verbs.
That's a good one.
Just weird, useless information. We've got it.
Tara, that's not useless. That's not useless. You might go on a quiz show. You might be on Jeopardy.
Maybe, and they might ask us that.
It could win you thousands of dollars.
It might come in handy one day. Let's hope.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of downtime on planes traveling or something to do that kind of memorization, right?
I don't know. Yeah. Again, my mother is weird. She's fantastic, but
I think you've got a wonderful mother, and I'd like to meet her.
We do.
You would love her. Everybody does. She's fantastic. But again, we all got these weird quirks because why wouldn't you want to know all those fun facts?
Yeah, all the presidents.
That is a necessary shout out, though, right? I mean, you guys, not only you professionals that are busy in your professional life, but you're athletes as well, and world-class athletes at that. You must have quite a village of family support to make all this happen, and that's nice to give a shout out to mom and dad and spouses and everyone else to make all that happen.
Yeah, it's very true. It takes a village. What they say is true. We would not have been able to be as successful as we have been in everything without the village behind us.
Well, that's awesome, and I appreciate you guys being on today. Our time is kind of quickly coming to an end. I appreciate, the opportunity to get to know you guys a little bit better and share with our listeners. Maybe we can have you come down to Missouri and spend a little time with us, maybe at our annual conference or something, and do something fun. Who knows? So
we'll see.
And we've got great golf courses down here in Missouri as well. So we'd love to host you guys and come down. So anyhow, Daniel, you want to close us out?
Well, thank you both for being on our Pharmacy Frontiers podcast today. Really appreciate that, because you guys are not just an inspiration to athletes across the country as you represent the USA, but you're also representing the professions of dentistry and pharmacy as we recruit and promote the next generation of those professionals enter into that. So we appreciate you guys being that kind of a role model of good virtue and good success. And so we appreciate you coming on the show today and be able to share with us what your experiences are. And we look forward to hearing more about your success on the curling pitch in the future days. So until next time, thanks for joining us on the Pharmacy Frontiers podcast. Thank you for joining us today for the Pharmacy Frontiers podcast. And please share this episode with your friends and colleagues, and seek out the previous Pharmacy Frontiers podcast on your favorite podcast channel.